Rama from Creations Landscape Design, Those Friendly Landscapes. I'm at a garden in unincorporated Santa Ana, North Tustin that was designed by me that just recently got installed, and I wanted to show you the process of installation. But before I do that, I make videos about drought-tolerant landscapes, sustainable landscapes, California native plants, and anything and everything in between. So if you'd like to get more of that content in your feed, then hit the red subscribe button. I'm also a residential landscape designer, so if you need landscape design services, I'll have a link to my business website in the description of the video. So let me turn this camera around. So they're taking out this pine tree because it started lifting the foundation to the point where it just had to be removed. I don't know if you can see, but from here the roots are lifting the foundation. This is the backyard where we are removing lots of existing shrubs, and this is the grass that was killed. This will be a putting green eventually here. There's the contractor, Victor of Los Gatos Landscape. And there's that palm tree that's coming out. Okay, so all the plants that we are not keeping have been removed. Way in the back behind the building to the left, 2 eucalyptus trees got removed. They were slightly leaning and the homeowner was worried they'd be a fire hazard. This area, in terms of the concrete, and this area, we are keeping as is for budget reasons. Eventually we will redo it, but not this time. The concrete pad here did get removed. It was really cracked and broken. The fountain we are keeping. It has sentimental value to the homeowner. They built it for his late wife many years ago, I think. There was a narrow concrete pad here, or path, that got removed. Here there's going to be a putting green with some plants and more plants up there. In the distance, if you can see, way in the distance right there, is a table and chair set that used to be here that purposely got moved over there, where it'll just kind of be a secret garden area. And then all of these existing rocks here we're going to remove. And also, side note, these rocks are red colored. I don't know if you can tell. Kind of reddish colored because up there is Red Hill Avenue, or Red Hill. That's why it's called Red Hill, because the rocks on the hill were red. And then up here, we're not really going to do much. The original plan was that we were going to put some DG paths and whatnot here, but we're not going to. But we are planting up here and mulching at the very least. And then this is an existing vegetable garden. It's not currently in use, but will be. We're keeping it. And then all these pots and whatnot we will reuse somehow. There's a lot of them. So we're going to somehow figure out what to do with these. I mean, they're here, they're free, they ain't broken. And then we're going to do some more cleanup back here and plant for the most part. So this concrete pad was poured end of last week. Wow. Looks really, really, really nice. Alright, so we're having to remove a lot of dirt. where the putting green is going to go, because we need to remove 3 inches of soil for the putting green. So we're removing it and then putting it way in the back. So instead of hauling it away, thus costing money for the hauling and whatever, we're just going to disperse it and reuse it around the property, which will work just fine. Okay, so we're placing the plants. There's still some more plants that are coming, but we're also placing a bunch up there, and I'll show you later once they've all been planted. And then in this area, there's going to be a putting green. But yeah, this is looking really nice. Okay, so they're laying the foundation for the artificial turf. Which is gonna look really nice. And then for the rest of the yard, they finished completely mulching. There's just some pottery and some minor cleanup that we have to do, but for the most part, it looks really nice coming together. Most likely this project will be done this week. Took only about 4 weeks. I want to say, no, more like 5. So they're going to put about 2,000-ish pounds of sand, which will help keep the blades straight up, and it'll help with drainage. We're walking from the side yard, and there's this area of decomposed granite with an existing barbecue and some other existing features like this concrete trough that we capped that will eventually be planted with herbs. We did some minimal planting on the slope. And then there's this really beautiful, gorgeous putting green. The homeowner works for a golf course, so it would naturally make sense that he would want a putting green in his landscape. We kept most of the existing trees, and then we have plants around this putting green. This is an existing fountain that we kept. Some more plants. Wow. This pine green is just gorgeous. And then this is an area where you start to putt, I suppose. And then we use these pots to kind of hold the golf clubs. And then if we go around, we just put a decomposed granite path around this area just because this isn't going to be a high traffic area back here. And then this is the slope. We again did some minimal planting, and the planting that we used was Paratile and Canna, which is actually this one, silvery one right here. Some Calliophis hartwigii, we have some Ceanothus, some Manzanitas, some Tacomas, some autumn sage, some Erigeron, wow. And then this is an existing raised garden red that we kept. And in this area we left as is. The homeowner might plant here. There was going to be a DG path here, but we didn't do it for budget reasons, but we did put this existing table and chairs here to kind of create a secret garden area, and then all of the empty blue pottery will be potted up. The homeowner is going to put herbs and whatnot in it, or his daughter will. Yeah, but this garden looks really nice. I'm really happy and impressed with the way it turned out. Designed by me, installed by Victor and his team of Los Gatos Landscape. Okay, so this is what the garden looks like at night when it's all nice and lit. This is really cool. And this is why you add lighting to any garden project, because it looks nice and you can walk around and see where you're going and highlight certain things that need to be lit.